All right, welcome to day two of the six-figure business breakthrough. I'm so excited to have you guys here. We've got some new people here. So glad to have you here. Welcome. For those of you that don't know me, or this is the first time that you're meeting or we're meeting together here, I am Chris Williams, and I am the best-selling author of the Soulful Abundance System. We actually launched that in August, hit #1 for women in business, and this workshop over the course of 5 days is taking you through the Soulful Abundance System step by step so that you can grow a heart-centered six-figure and above business without trading your time, without burning yourself out, without sacrificing your integrity or your well-being in the process. And I'm just so excited to have you guys here. So welcome. I have used this process since 2018. I am 30 years in the wellness industry. So a little bit of background about me. Who am I to be able to talk about the system? I definitely have been in the wellness world for a very long time. And not only grew my own health coaching and functional nutrition business to six figures before I started teaching business, how to build and grow your business, but I also have multiple certifications, ran my own massage therapy practice. But I know what it's like to start from zero and build it from scratch because I was a stay-at-home mom, married for 17 years, homeschooled my three boys. We lived on a 50-acre farm. Yes, they actually made their school letters out of bread dough because I got to homeschool them for many years. Amazing. But after 17 years, went through a divorce and I had to start all over again. And so I had to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. And I knew that my heart was really into helping others. And so I decided to go back to massage school and get a certification there. And one thing led to another, like most of us do, right? We're very into personal growth. And I had a lot of my clients on my massage table asking me for support around nutrition and health. And I had already been doing that, especially with my kids. We had organic gardens, we did a CSA, I made all my own baby food, but I decided that I needed to go back and get certified as in functional nutrition to have some credibility behind that so they wouldn't think that I'm just looking this up on Google and began to build and grow my nutrition practice along with my health and life coaching practice and my massage therapy practice. So I know what it's like to start from zero. I literally had $25 in my bank account after I got divorced and had to recreate and decide what it was that I was going to do. So if those of you are here and you're just starting, whether you have your certification and you're like, okay, now what? I've got you. And for those of you that are saying, well, I'm making some money, I'm doing good, but I'm not making as much as I want, or it's not as consistent. I get it. I've been there too. And this is going to meet you no matter where you are, no matter if you're just launching or if you are almost to six figures, or if you want to get to multiple six figures and really build a beautiful boutique coaching business, somewhere between 100K and 500K. And it's also totally cool if you're like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I just want 5K a month, 2K a month, whatever. Totally fine. The truth is, what I teach you is based on timeless business principles that are not going to be dependent on tactics, right? So tactics are things like, oh, well, now you need to do, post a reel every day, or, well, the next new thing is, this is how you're going to try to beat the algorithm. There are timeless business principles that work. And one of the things that I found was that as I was building and growing my business, a lot of what I was taught didn't really resonate with me as a heart-centered entrepreneur and as a leader because it was very outdated. It was very aggressive. It was, oh, just go book, give away, this free 1 hour coaching session, and then just, sell them your thing. And I have to say that, well, I tried it and sometimes it worked. I also got ghosted a lot and it didn't feel really good to me because I was offering a free session, but really on the background, what I was trying to do was sell them into a program. And that just fell out of alignment for me. It didn't feel like it was congruent energetically for me. And so I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore. And when I did that, my business actually blossomed. And so the Soulful Abundance System came out of reverse engineering what it was that I was doing, because many of my colleagues were asking, well, what are you doing? How are you doing this? Like, how are you becoming so successful at your business, your health coaching business? And I organically became a business coach. It was never my intention to go into business coaching. It was only when people were asking me what it was that I was doing that I began sharing it. And I remember in one group, somebody was asking questions, and I was just in a group of colleagues, and I said, "Oh, I'm actually collaborating with some doctors and holistic practitioners. I'm happy to share what it was that I'm doing if anybody is interested." And I had 150 people reach out to me and say, "I want to know, I want to know." So it was so weird. It like took a hard right turn into business coaching, and I've been doing that ever since 2018, helping hundreds of women build and grow, whether they're launching or scaling, and doing it in a way that feels in alignment with their values and in alignment with the lifestyle that they want to build as well. So I am so excited to have you guys here and to teach you what it was that I did, what it is that I teach my clients, whether you are joining me from the Success Studio, which some of you are, welcome. Some of you are joining me from Activate Abundance Academy, and some of you are here that I get to meet for the first time. So you are all welcome, and you are all welcome to be here and get as much information as you want and implement as well. All right, so yesterday we talked about step one, which was alignment. We talked about tapping into our own confidence and worthiness as a coach, owning that we have to actually commit first in order for the how to open up, right? Instead of saying, well, once all the stars align, then I'll commit. Once I see that it's actually possible, then I'll commit. It doesn't work that way. You have to actually jump in. It's kind of like what, knitting your parachute on the way down, right? You have to commit first in order for the how to open up. So if you want to build and grow a business, you get to say, yep, I'm a business owner. I'm going to figure it out. I'm committing first, and I am going to open to all of the different ways and the how that this is going to work for me. Okay, so committing first is the number one thing that we have to do, even when we're like, ah, yeah, but I don't know exactly from A to Z how it's going to work, right? That's okay. You're going to learn from A to Z how it is all going to work, but you can't learn from A to Z until you actually commit. It's like getting on a bike, right? When you first started to learn how to bike, it's not going to help you to just say, oh, I want to learn how to ride a bike. Someday I'm going to learn how to ride a bike. I'm going to read a book about how to ride a bike. I'm going to watch a movie about how to ride a bike. I'm going to watch my friends ride a bike. You actually got to get on the bike, right? Like we actually have to get on the bike and pedal and learn and fall off a couple times, but we have to actually do the thing and commit to getting on the bike and riding. And so yesterday, everybody made the commitment that they were going to go in and claim that you are already a six-figure coach, even if it's not in your bank account yet. We get to commit, we get to own that so that it can then open up and come to us. So inside of the Soulful Abundance System, we always start with the inner game, and that's what we talked about worthiness, talked about energetic alignment yesterday, because the inner game, the abundance formula, is the inner game, which is our mindset, what thoughts that we're putting on repeat 51% of the time, plus the energy that we are choosing to be in. That always comes first, plus the outer game, which is our strategy. What are the actions that we're going to take? That is what is going to create a soulfully abundant business. So we always start with the inner game first. Energy will always trump your strategy. It doesn't mean that strategy is not important. Strategy absolutely is important. You have to get on the bike and pedal. You have to implement. You have to take action. But when you are taking action from a place of confidence and empowerment, and your nervous system is calm, and you're not worried about, oh my gosh, where am I going to get the client? I got to pay the bills. I got it right. When we're not in scarcity, but we are energetically aligned to that which we want to embody, your strategy works 100 times better. 100 times better. So my job is to help you collapse the timeline to your success. So you know what to focus on. And by the way, you guys can access the recording from yesterday anytime. It is on our replay page. So you're on our email list. Every morning we will send you out the replay from the day before. and we will be keeping all of the replays there. They will be up for 2 weeks. So don't worry if you miss a day. Not a problem. We will make sure that those replays are up there for you. Okay. So you can go back and you can listen to yesterday if you missed that. So today, what we're going to dive into is design, and that is the second step inside of the Soulful Abundance System. And this is where we need to get kind of the nitty-gritty pieces of our business dialed in. Okay. So in our design module on the inside of the book, by the way, this is at the Soulful Abundance System. Um, we want to take a look at several things within how we're designing our business. And two of the things that we're going to talk about today is your offer suite. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to create your six-figure offer suite, right? Which means that we need to know exactly what are we selling, right? And I'm going to talk to you about the power of three. There's something really magical about having three different offers that are going to make up your six-figure offer suite. And before we dive into that, we're actually going to talk about your signature system. Because having a signature system, by the way, the Soulful Abundance System is my signature system. Okay. So if you're like, what's a signature system? Your signature system is a process that your ideal clients are going to go through so that they can go from where they are on Pain Island, which is where they're struggling, to where they want to be, which is Pleasure Island. And your signature system is the way that you take them there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you and help you. And by the way, everybody who's live here is going to get my signature system template so that you can actually build your own based on what it is that we're talking about today. So those are going to be the two things because they are the most important outside of your ideal client foundational pieces that are going to exponentially multiply your business, attract the right clients into your ecosystem, and help you to create an amazing business. Okay, so we are going to craft today your six-figure offer suite. But before we go into offers, I really want to talk about your signature system or your signature framework, because this is what is going to allow you to be a standout leader in your market, is what is going to be one of your differentiators. Now, here's the thing, your people are looking for specialists. Okay, they're not looking for generalists. They are looking, and I want you to think about it this way. If you had to have a heart surgery done, you would want to go to a heart surgeon, somebody who specializes, who knows what they're doing, who does heart surgery over and over and over and over again. You wouldn't go to your primary care doctor and somebody that's like, well, yeah, I do maybe a couple of them a year. I think I can help you with that, right? No, you would go to a specialist. Your signature system is what is going to elevate your authority and your credibility for being very specific, for being a specialist. Okay. It is your unique way of delivering transformation that becomes your brand's foundation. And it makes building and growing your business so much easier because all of the things that you share, all of your marketing, all of your branding gets to sit on top of your signature system. So if you are creating content, if you are, trying to make a post, you have a signature system, a series of steps that you get to write about on repeat over and over and over again. So your audience, your community, your ideal client knows what it is that you do, how it is that you can help them. And repetition builds belief, right? So inside of any of my content that I write, I talk about the Soulful Abundance System over and over and over again. It's 6 steps. And anytime I share any type of content, it will always come from one of those 6 steps, which means that I don't have to stare at a blank screen trying to figure out what am I going to write today? What should I put in my newsletter today, right? It gets to come from one of my 6 steps. Okay. So it allows you to clearly articulate the value of your work. So the value that you're bringing to your clients. It's also going to help you create consistent results for your clients because regardless of whether you're working with somebody for 90 days or 1 day or a year, you're going to take them through the same system. So your signature system works regardless of whether it is a 1 day something, a workshop, like I'm doing a workshop over 5 days and I'm sharing the signature system, right? My Activate Abundance Academy is a 12-month program and they learn the signature system. We just go deeper into the layers and into the steps. My Success Studio is based on components of the signature system, specifically around lead generation and sales. Okay. So it is also going to allow you to build your program and content around a proven method. It's going to increase your visibility, increases your authority as the go-to expert, and it allows you to command higher rates with confidence because you have a repeatable process, right? You don't have to keep saying, oh, well, here's another client. What am I going to do with them? So your framework or your system becomes your business multiplier. Okay. So, and by the way, please excuse me, my voice is a little bit off. I've got some virus or something working through my system from all the travel that I've been doing. But I'm so, so glad to be here with you guys and share this information with you. So, when you build your brand around a clear and proven process, this is what is actually going to 10x your revenue, your reach, and your impact. How does it do that? Well, now you can go on podcasts and you can share about your system. You can write a book about your system. You can take a look at writing articles. You can have a simple way to market what it is that you do. There are so many different ways that you can use your signature system to help you increase not only the results that your clients get, but we all want to invest in a process, right? And the easy thing when we've got a system is that we make our signature system our hero, right? It's come work with me because I have a process that I can take you through. It's not come work with me because I'm an amazing coach. It's come work with me because I have a proven system that I'm going to walk you through so that you can stop, spinning your wheels and start having this experience over here. Okay. So when you start thinking about your signature system, it doesn't necessarily have to be linear. For me, mine is, right? We start at the alignment step, then we move into design, then to attract, nurture, invite, and empower. So my signature system or framework is linear. Some have a circular system where you can come in at any time of the process. And some might even have pillars, right? So it doesn't really matter. What matters most is that you are clear about guiding your clients through a system or a process consistently. So I want you to think about that. When somebody first comes to you and you're working with them, what are the steps that you guide your clients through consistently? And typically, step one is going to be almost always something around clarity or discovering something or creating awareness, right? Because when we're first working with our clients, we don't know what it is that they want. They don't know what it is that they want yet. So we want to create some clarity around that. So the first step is almost always about helping them uncover what is it that they do want. And the last step typically is around helping them celebrate their wins and create some sense of completion or, pivoting or starting, back over again through the system or the process again. So your framework or your system, we want it to be anywhere between 3 to 7 steps because nobody wants 52 steps to get their result, right? That's too hard. And when you have a system that's simple, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, what that does is it also helps your ideal client see that their results are predictable to actually happen. The results that they want are predictable to happen. They can see themselves walking through the steps, walking through the process, and that is going to grow your trust, your credibility, your authority with them, because our potential clients won't want to invest in working with us unless they can actually see and feel that the results that they want are predictable to happen, right? So we're also going to talk about the ladder of belief over the next couple days, not today and not tomorrow, but the day after that, because there are 5 different ladders of belief that we all go up in order to feel confident about investing and working with somebody. Right. And so your signature system is actually going to help them see that their transformation is possible in the world somewhere. It's possible for them. It's possible for them right now. They don't have to wait. It's possible for them with your help because it's your system. And then the final step is helping them feel safe and trusting with you so that they are willing and capable to decide, how can I work this out? I'm a heart yes for this. I want to work with Jennifer. I want to work with Chrissy. I want to work with Liz. I want to work with Caroline. And how am I going to make this work? Right. So that is the final step, is feeling safe, feeling trusting, feeling supported so that they can make an empowered decision and explore coming up with resources to make those investments. Okay, so your signature system does a lot of the heavy lifting in much of your content, in much of your branding, but also when you're walking people through it, when you're teaching your signature system, like I'm teaching you now, it actually makes inviting people into your offer or your program a whole lot simpler and a whole lot easier, because you don't feel like you've got to sell yourself or convince or persuade anybody that they have to work with you. So can I get an amen on that? Like type in the chat a big capital A if you are like, yeah, I am not into trying to convince or persuade or drag anybody across the finish line, right? I'm a hell's no for that. All right. So let's move into your six-figure offer suite. Okay, by the way, if this is not making a whole lot of sense right now, inside of Activate Abundance Academy, we do teach you this so that we walk you through it so that by the end of your design pillar, you actually have your entire six-figure system mapped out and you know exactly what that is so that you can teach it on repeat like a well-oiled machine and start to serve your clients with it. All right, so once we have our system, now we have to know like, all right, well, what are we selling, right? What is it that we are selling? And I want, even though we're talking about pricing today, you are not selling a program, you are not selling a price, you are selling a transformation. Everyone here is either a health coach, a life coach, a spiritual coach, a nutritional therapist, somebody in the service-based wellness industry, which means that your ideal clients are not waking up looking for a program. They are looking for a solution to their problem. So even though we're talking about, well, what's in it and how much are we going to price it at, what is the most important thing to remember is that people are not buying programs, they're buying possibility of their transformation, right? If I'm having a hard time sleeping, I'm not thinking, oh gosh, where can I find a sleep coach? I'm thinking, what do I need to do to get better night's sleep, right? How can I sleep well through the night and wake up well rested so I'm not waking up at 3 a.m., right? So if you take anything away from today, it's remember what you are selling. You are not trying to sell somebody that the price is right. You are not trying to sell somebody on the program. You're not even trying to sell them on the system. Your system just becomes a beautiful foundation, which helps to build trust and rapport so that they can see it's a process. What you're selling is what they are saying that they want a solution for, right? So it's the transformation, the solution to their program, to their problem. Now, I want to talk about the power of three, because when we have three different ways that we can serve our clients, what that does is it allows you to have a seat on the bus for anybody at any time. And it allows you to keep it very, very simple. So you don't need to have 20 different offers that you're recreating over and over and over again. Okay. So this is really, really important. We want to have a high ticket offer, a mid ticket offer, and a bite-sized trust builder. That is going to make up your offer suite. Okay. And what we want to do with all of these is, even though, you know, it looks like it's from top to bottom, these are things that people can come into at any time. Not everybody is going to start at your bottom price point. Some people might actually want more one-on-one support. And so maybe that's your high ticket offer. All right. So for example, a high ticket offer is typically priced around $3,000 or above. And look, some high ticket offers are a lot more. So you talk to any business coaches, the coaches that I work with that are just starting, that are not yet at six figures, their one-on-one pricing, it starts at around 3,000. By the way, that's a 2015 price. The average price of a 90-day program back in 2015 was $3,000. Okay. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't, you know, charge that much, that's actually a 10-year-old rate. Yes, you can. And what we want to do is actually just talk about what is the value in it for that amount. Okay. So your high ticket offer is actually going to be positioned for somebody very specific, right? It's somebody who wants customization. It's somebody who wants one-on-one attention. It's somebody who wants a specific transformation. And we also want to make all of our offers irresistible. And how we do that is by making sure that we are including value inside of our offer. So remember, we're not selling just a $3,000 program or come work with me for 90 days. You're going to have 12 one-on-one sessions with me. We are actually wanting to talk about the value and the transformation that people are going to get by working with you. And the price is just like a side thing, right? It's just like, okay, when we work together over the course of 90 days, we are going to work on exactly, where you might be. And I'm totally going to make this up, but I'm going to make it up from real experience of what I used to do with my clients. By the end of the 90 days, we are going to set you up so that you are super clear on where you're leaking energy, where you might be giving away some of your power, how you can actually take that back unapologetically so that you can feel vibrant, so that you can sleep well through the night, so you know exactly what you're going to do. None of that is based on price. Okay? That is all based on solving problems on their way from where they're experiencing their pain to where they want to be. Okay? So, one of the ways that we do that is we take you through a 10-point checklist to help you create an irresistible ECS offer that is packed with value. Okay, so we help you put things inside of your program that are going to help them collapse the timeline to their success, which means they're going to be able to see specifically, for example, if I give you a how to eat out, without, feeling like all you have to, or all you can order is a salad, right? How to still enjoy, going out to dinner with your family and your friends and not, completely self-sabotage. You can put in different guides that are actually going to solve the problem that that your people are struggling with. Okay, and we take you through that. What that does is it is also going to allow you to automatically think about what are the problems that they're experiencing. And when you know what are the obstacles or the problems that they have on their way to their transformation, then you can actually, again, fill that in with a how to get better sleep, when you've had a really hard day, how to calm your nervous system when you feel, like you're at your wit's ends and your kids are running around the house, right? So what is the problem that they're experiencing from where they are to where it is that they want to be? And so we create different things inside of our offer that are going to pinpoint and let them know that this is what they're going to get. So we are already thinking ahead of the obstacles that our clients have, okay, which instantly positions it as valuable, which instantly positions it as irresistible. Because if they are going to have all of these different and we're going to solve these problems, then they are going to see that it is highly likely that they're going to get the result with working with you. Okay. And remember, before we invest in anything, we have to feel confident that we're actually going to get our result, right? We need to feel that the transformation is possible for us now. We have to feel confident that we're going to actually get the result that somebody says that we can have. Okay. So your high ticket offer is priced around 3,000 or above. It doesn't matter if it's group or one-on-one. Your mid ticket, we're still going to go through making it irresistible. But we want to also position it as, well, what is the gap that it fills? It can still be one-on-one if you want to do one-on-one. It could be group, but it is that mid-ticket price point for somebody who is not wanting to go all in at the high tier. Like maybe they're like, you know what? I don't want, a 6-month program, but I really would like to get this dialed in 90 days. Okay, great. I've got you. Or maybe they're like, you know what? I don't want 90 days. I want a 6-week program where I can dip my toes in the water and just get this dialed in. Great. I've got a 6-week wellness program. We can start working together there, right? And then our bite-size offer or our trust builder is an entry point offer for people who are wanting a little bit more time to vet you. So they know they like you, they know they trust you, but they just want to kind of dip their toe in the water to work with you. And it is something that we want to use to help them to create results pretty darn quickly. So your trust builder could be a one-off session, but it could also be a membership. It could be a course with access to you. That's really, really important. We talk about 11 different ways that we can create a bite-sized offer where somebody can start with you and then they can move into your mid-ticket or your high ticket, or they can move right from there right into your high ticket, right? Or maybe they finish with your high ticket and they want to come back in to your trust builder. What that does is it's increasing your business exponentially, because when we've got these three things, you're increasing the lifetime value of your customer. It's not just a one and done. They can move in between offers, right? Which means you have less time in new client acquisition. You don't have to keep, chasing new clients. Oh my God, I got to get a new client. I got to get a new client. I got to get a new client. Instead, you can renew clients. You can reactivate past clients, right? And that is actually going to make up a good chunk, about 60% of your business in your in your revenue stream is going to be from past clients. It's going to be from renewals. It's going to be from upsells. It's going to be from people who are already working with you that have decided that they want to work with you again. Okay. So only about 40% of your revenue then needs to come from your new clients, which makes it a whole lot more fun to build and grow your business. Okay. So one of the things that we take a look at in your high ticket, mid ticket, and bite size offer, again, yes, we're going to price it based on value. Your person is going to need to know that the value that they're getting is significantly more than what they feel they're paying for. Okay, significantly more than what they feel they're paying for. And so I am actually going to pull up another handout that I will also share with you. Those of you that are in the Success Studio and Activate have already seen this before. It is the Soulful Grand Slam Easy Yes offer. Okay, and I will pop it in here for you guys too. I'll share it with you since you're live today. That way you can see, oh, okay, this is how I make my offers irresistible. So let me just look that up because I'm totally was not prepared to share this with you guys, but I just decided that I wanted to because I can. Here it is. Okay. Let's see if it's going to pop up for me. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pop it in the chat for you guys. Oh, good. I'm so glad you love it, Lewis. I'm so, so glad. Yeah. And Vicky says we're selling transformation. Absolutely. We're selling transformation. By the way, some of you know this because you're already in my program with me, but my husband works for Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Mattress. And he always talks about he doesn't sell mattresses, he sells good sleep, right? So if you're ever inviting people to work with you and you're like, what am I selling? You're selling the transformation, right? People don't buy a bed because they like the necessarily the mattress topper, right? They're buying a bed that is going to help them get the best night's sleep possible, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I've got to find it on my desktop, you guys. Hang on. Hang on. I've got this. Where did you go? I might need to come back and just send it to you guys via email. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen with you guys. Hang on just a minute and take you through this real quick. And I will make sure that we get this to you. So these are the things that we need to have inside of our offers, right? In order for for somebody to see the value and see their likelihood of their transformation coming true, right? So number one is we need to make sure that we're actually solving a painful, urgent problem. Now, that doesn't mean that we're making somebody feel pain. What that means is that we need to speak to the pain that they say that they are having, right? And this has to be a pain point that they want solved. Nobody invests in things that they don't want solved, right? So we want to make sure that we're clear on what is the pain that your person is struggling with, right? If they're not getting a good sleep, then they're tossing and turning, or they have shoulder pain, or they have hip pain, or they have back pain, or maybe they sleep too hot, or maybe they sleep too cold, right? Those are specific urgent problems that are affecting their good night's sleep. So you want to be really, really clear that the pain point that you're talking about is solving an I need this right now problem, right? So it's a I need this, I need to solve it, not a someday dream. Okay. So instead of saying, oh, I'm going to teach you all about how you can live your best life ever. Oh, I'm going to help you balance your hormones naturally in 30 days. Okay. So that's very, very specific. So think about what is the problem that your ideal client wants solved. Then we want to make sure that we are offering a speedy, clear path to results. So here's something that you may or may not know, but we all invest in speed, simplicity, and certainty, right? We all invest in speed. We don't want to wait a long time before we get our results. We need to know that if we're going to invest with you, that we are actually going to get results pretty darn certainly and in the simplest way possible. So this is where your signature system comes in, because you get to highlight how your method, your system, gets them to their goal faster with less effort, right? So how can you showcase that they can skip years of trial and error that you've already gone through, so you can collapse their timeline to success? Okay. Number three is you want to stack it so that it really feels like a steal. And I'm not saying that we're just like, throwing a whole bunch of junk in there just to kind of beef it up. I'm saying that each piece that we are sharing with them is going to make success easier, faster, and more certain. Okay, so for example, let's just say that you were selling a $2,000 offer, right? And it came with a private strategy session, but instead of just saying private strategy session, we're going to call it, a private strategy session to personalize their roadmap to their results, right? That's the benefit of having a private strategy session. Maybe they have Voxer access to, which is a voice messaging app that I provide for many of my clients. Well, that's important because it gives them real-time guidance and accountability. This is showcasing that when they have a personalized roadmap and real-time guidance and accountability, how much more certain are they that their results are going to happen with much more speed, right? Toolkits and templates, which sounds great, but we really want to position at what's the value of having a toolkit and a template? Well, it's going to save them months of trial and error, right? They're not going to have to go to, Google and try to, Google up and try to discern from all of the information. You're going to provide it for them. Here's a how to eat out guide. Here's a how to magic snacks guide. Here's how to get dinner on the table in 20 minutes or less, right? Solving whatever the problem is that they have. And then we want to add bonuses to amplify their results. So a bonus is something that, a lot of times your people might even love the bonuses and be like, well, heck, I would buy that bonus just for the bonus, right? So when we put all of this together, notice that this is a package that is going to help somebody get their results faster, easier, and they're more certain that they're on their way to their results. Okay, we're going to do that with each one of our offers. If it's a high ticket offer, a mid ticket offer, or a low ticket offer, we still want to show people that they're going to get their results easier, faster, and with more certainty. Okay, and then we also want to have a perceived value of each one of the things as well, so that people can see that what they're investing in is worth this amount, right? And then you can decide what you want to charge for. But there does need to be enough of a gap between what they're paying for and what they feel that they're getting. So what they feel that they're getting has to be higher than the investment that they're making, right? Cool. We also want to add in urgency. I don't love the word scarcity, but all scarcity means isn't that they're missing out. We don't play with that. It's that there's limited spots, or there's limited bonuses, or there's a closing date. And the reason why we do that is because when your people are sitting on the fence and they're not sure and they're going back and forth, if they think that they can get the bonuses anytime, all the time, then there is no intention to make a decision. So when we have got limited spots, or having something with, these bonuses disappear by Friday night at midnight, it is helping them make a decision. It's helping them take action so that they can be on their way to getting the results, Okay. And the truth is that each and every one of you do have limited spots. None of you can work with 1,000 clients at a time. I can't. So I limit the number of spots that I energetically can physically handle, right? Because guess what? I get to do the coaching. I don't have a whole team that does my coaching for me. I love to coach. I love to connect and work with my people. I love to have my brain and my heart on their business with them. Do we have some extra support? Absolutely. We've got marketing coaches. We've got a tech coach. We've got success coaches. We've even have a somatic coach in there to help our clients get results quicker. But they are in there to help our people get results quicker. So this is about authenticity. We're not making shit up. We're just saying, how can I authentically limit the availability or add a deadline to help them take action now? And excuse my French. I saw Jennifer laughing at me. I'm like, oh, oops, that came out. Number 5, guaranteed results. Now, look, we can't guarantee that somebody's going to lose 50 pounds or 30 pounds, right? But what we want to do, this is a likelihood of success, right? We want to remove the risk and increase confidence, right? So how can we remove their perception of risk and increase their confidence of their results? And we can do that by giving some sort of guarantee. So for example, if you show up, complete the work, and don't get results, I'll personally review your plan with you at no cost until you do. Right? So there is a guarantee that their results are predictable to happen, right? I don't do money back guarantees and I don't suggest that because we are service-based wellness coaches, which means that they have to take the action, right? So we have to have some sort of accountability, right? We can't jump inside their body and do the work for them. So that's why in this example, it's if you show up, complete the work, take the action, and still don't get results, then this is what I'm going to do for you. So what that does is it removes the risk, right? Okay. The other thing that we want to add when we talk about our bonuses is that any type of bonus that we add is going to amplify their speed and ease. Amplify their speed means get results quicker, and this is important, ease, right? Ease, right? We could say, oh, as a bonus, we're going to give you a treadmill. Great. You're going to have to run on the treadmill for an hour. Well, that's not easy, right? That might save them money, but that's not, necessarily going to be, an easy thing if they have to use it every day for an hour, right? So bonuses are going to make your main offer, doesn't matter if it's high ticket, mid ticket, low ticket, doesn't matter which one it is, but bonuses actually are going to promise faster and easier results so that they can achieve them quicker. Okay, I'll give you an example of this and what this looks like in my programs. So when somebody comes into Activate Abundance Academy, the first I typically, and by the way, I'm going to share more about Activate Abundance if you guys want to learn more, and I'll tell you when I do that. So if you're like, yeah, no, I'm not interested, you can pop off, not a problem. But one of the things that I do is I want my people to create income as quickly as possible within their first 30 days. So we give them access to our 30-day cash infusion accelerator so that they can create $2,000 to $10,000 in their first 30 days. That removes the risk of, but what if I can't afford this? And it helps them create results and transformation in their business faster and easier because they get to follow a plan with me to get to their results quicker. Okay, so think about what type of extra resources could you put in as a bonus that could make it even easier and more fun for your client. So it could be templates, it could be scripts, it could be planners, it could be done for you resources. It could be mindset or alignment tools that help them remove the internal resistance. It could be access to a private community for support or accountability, right? There's a lot of different ways that you can add bonuses, and this is something that we work with you on inside of Activate. Number 7, highlight support and accountability. People don't just buy information. They buy support, they buy guidance, they buy confidence. Okay, they're investing in the transformation and they also are investing in having your support so that you can organize the information for them, your guidance so they know what steps to do and what order, back to your signature system, right? And guess what? They're investing in your confidence too. They're investing in when you are confident that they are going to get results, That makes them feel safe. It makes them feel calm, and they also feel more trusting. So ways that you can add support into your programs, our one-on-one calls, group coaching calls, Voxer messaging or message access, maybe in between sessions, check-ins, trackers, success milestones. These are all ways that help to support your person with support and accountability. And here's why this is so, so critical. Most of your people who are trying things on their own are missing this. They don't have the support, they don't have the accountability, and they don't have your system. And so they're not getting results. They tried the diet, they tried counting the macros, they tried doing the thing, and what they were missing was your support, your guidance, and your confidence that you could guide them through this. Okay, so I want you to think about how can you help them feel fully supported, guided, and seen. Again, that increases their safety, their sense of safety, their sense of calm, their sense of trust. Okay, and then we want to show the transformation, not the to-do list, right? So I also think about this versus benefits versus features, right? Instead of, well, you're going to get 6 video modules. Yay, more modules, right? You're going to get a proven roadmap that helps you attract clients with confidence and ease, even if you struggled for months. Can you see the difference? They're still getting modules, but within that module, there is a benefit to having that information. And that is they're going to get a proven roadmap that helps them attract clients with confidence and ease, even if you struggled for months. Okay. So number 9, we've got 2 more. Again, we're going to come back to how are you helping them save time, save energy, and effort, right? We want to invest in things that help us save time, save energy, and save effort. So your offer should help them get results with less stress and fewer sacrifices. Now, look, that doesn't mean that they don't have to, put effort in. What we want to do is help them show that your system, your framework is going to help them work smarter, not harder. It's going to help them know what to do so that they get to the results quicker. That's saving time with less energy and effort. Okay. And then you want to have a clear call to action for your offers. Every irresistible offer ends with clear, confident invitation. Okay. So for example, it could, if you're writing it, it could be, let's make this the week everything shifts. Click below to claim your spot. Okay. When you've got these 10 pieces together inside of each one of your offers, now you are selling transformation. Now you are showing them how they are moving from where they are being stuck on Pain Island with this big pain point up here that is a must-have into getting their results in the quickest period of time with the least amount of stress and as quickly as possible. Okay, so those are part of our design pillar. And this is something that is absolutely going to exponentially also increase your confidence. It's going to increase your potential clients' confidence in you. But can you imagine how confident you feel in the value that you're delivering now? Now it's not, oh, I'm trying to sell this 90-day program for $3,000. No, you're actually helping them see that this is the way that they are going to get their result and get their transformation. So, how does that feel to you guys? When you see that put together, we've got 3 different offers. We've got a signature system that we can come back to. Those are going to be the core pieces that are going to exponentially build and grow your business to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, even 7 figures. Okay, we all have an offer suite, even if we're just starting, right? The difference is that as you begin to scale, you begin to start leveraging your time, maybe in from one-to-one into one-to-many or what have you. And we absolutely help you with that too. Now, I am going to unapologetically have a clear and confident invitation to explore working with me inside of Activate Abundance Academy. If you do not want to hear it, now's the time to hop off. Okay. If you do want to hear how I can help you implement this so that you can create a signature system so that you can create a 6-figure offer suite, then hang around because I've got some really, really cool bonuses. Okay. Today is 11/11. We've got some freaking amazing bonuses to help you get to your results quicker, with less time, less effort, even if you've been spinning your wheels for years. As a matter of fact, one of my clients, Melissa, she's not actually on the call today, but she was struggling in her business for 8 years, came into Activate Abundance Academy, created $5,000 in her first 30 days, and now has a system that she puts in over and over and over again. And she's actually one of our success coaches inside of Activate Abundance Academy now. Okay, so this is the program that I take my clients through that teaches them the entire Soulful Abundance system. So align, design. Tomorrow we're going to go into attract, nurture, and invite. So I'm going to share with you, those things tomorrow. So definitely come back tomorrow. We're going to talk more about what are those next pieces. But we take you through all of this so you know exactly what to do with wrap around support. And this is really, really important. I don't just hand you off to team members. Again, like I said earlier, I like to have my brain and my heart with you in your business. So I do the coaching calls live and I bring in some experts to fill in the gaps, such as mindset, right? Who has not gotten stuck in their own head about what they should do, when they should do it, if they should do it, if they shouldn't do it, right? Oh my gosh, right? Back and forth, and we just end up spinning. So we have mindset coaches that come in. I do mindset calls as well as my personal mindset coach, and we also have a money mindset coach because I want to remove the barriers that are keeping you from implementing and taking action. Because if you are not implementing and taking action, you are not going to get results. And so my job as a coach in this program is to help you implement what I know works because I've implemented it over and over and over again. But if you don't implement it, you're not going to get the results, right? So if mindset's in the way, I want to clear that out. If you're afraid to receive money for your services, we need to clear that out, right? If you're afraid to make invitations to people to work with you, we need to clear that out. And by the way, you never have to try to convince or persuade somebody to work with you. I don't do it. I never try to drag somebody across the finish line. If somebody's a no, they're a no. All I care about is that they are empowered no. And they're really clear that no, this is not the program for me. Not, oh, I really want to do it, but I can't afford it. Or I really want to do it, but I don't have the time. Or I really want to do it right. No, if they're a no and they're like, nope, not for me, great. Great. Awesome. Empowered no. Tell me what you want. Let me help you get that. Okay, so Activate Abundance Academy is a year-long program, and we have got two different levels that you can join us in. One is the core level, and that is all group, and it gives you the entire system. It gives you access to the weekly calls. We do weekly live coaching calls with me. And what I love, love, love is on our week 2, we do activation and implementation calls, which means that we are taking action on the call. So it's a call where you are learning and you're implementing on the call. So you are not going to get stuck hemming and hawing and procrastinating on the things that you need to be doing in order to build and grow your business, right? I know I've done it too, right? We want you on the call and I'm there with you. And so you're asking me your questions in real time and I'm supporting you so that you are collapsing the timeline to your success. So by the time the call is done, we've got it done. So for 3 weeks of every month, you got me, and we do Q&A calls, we do those activation calls, and we also set you up for success to create your 30-day profit plan. On your 30-day profit plan, we're going to map out your revenue roadmap. So you know exactly what to do to attract new people into your ecosystem, to connect with them and nurture them, and then invite them to work with you. Okay. And so we're going to map that out for you every single month so that you are crystal clear on what you are doing to create visibility, to help somebody raise their hand and say, yep, that's me. Right. To help you with that, we also have marketing calls so that you can learn how to talk what I call the language of chocolate. A lot of times we talk the language of broccoli to our clients and we're like, well, you need this. You need to eat the broccoli if you want to be healthy. You need to move for this many minutes, right? We tell them what it is that they need and we try to sell them on what they need, but that's not what they're asking for. They're saying, I just want a good night's sleep, right? We're trying to sell them the mattress, but they're saying we just want a good night's sleep. The good night's sleep is the chocolate. The mattress is the broccoli. Do they need a mattress? Absolutely. We're going to give them a mattress for sure. We're going to give them a high quality mattress. But what they're asking for is a good night's sleep, right? So we're going to help you do that with our marketing expert, who actually I've been working with for almost 7 years now. And she is a copywriting and a marketing expert. So we've got that inside for you. So our core program gives you everything inside of Activate Abundance Academy. And let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys so you can see what is inside it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm visual. So I really like to see, like, what is this lady talking about? Let me see if it's going to let me go there. Let's see. I know what I'm going to do. We will make it easy. I'm going to pop the link here in the chat so that you guys can follow along with me if you want and see what's inside. Here we go. And I'm going to pull that up. Okay. So like I said, Activate Abundance Academy is a program that is going to help you build and grow your business to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, and beyond. Okay. The way that we do that is by teaching you the Soulful Abundance System, but we're also going to create some extra things for you, like the cash infusion. And that is going to be one of your bonuses. So one of your bonuses when you join today is you are going to get access to the cash infusion accelerator to help you create an irresistible offer with all of those 10 things in it. We're going to help you do that. And so that you can bring in anywhere between $2,000 to $10,000 in your first 30 days. Okay, that's important. I want you to create a win as quickly as possible because momentum feeds on itself. When you create momentum in your business and you start seeing that it's possible, you are going to continue to do it. Okay, so our 30-day cash flow accelerator, we typically sell it for $997. You guys are getting that for free. Okay, you're also going to be getting access to our 30-day lead magnet that monetizes program. And it's live. So both of these are live. These are not like go figure it out on your own. These are live where I walk you through how to create a high converting, high value freebie that attracts your client into your ecosystem and monetizes it for you. So we are also going to help you create your email nurture sequence. We're going to help you create a sales sequence within there. So you've got something to put on repeat that you can use over and over and over and over, even after the program, to call new clients in and also monetize, inviting them into that bite-sized offer so that they can have an experience of you and want to continue to work with you. So the lead magnet that monetizes program is also $997. You guys are getting that for free too. Okay, so I'm going to share the investment and the pricing in just a minute. I will tell you it's more than you probably think, but it's less than you've already spent. Okay, the core program, if you want to join, is $500 a month. It comes with everything that I mentioned. Plus, you're going to have group tech calls with our tech coach. So for those of you that are like, but I don't know how to create a landing page, I'm not sure how to set up my email. No worries, we got you. We got you. We're going to give you a tech coach. So we do group tech calls so that it answers your questions. Okay. We are also going to help you create, again, your offer suite, your signature system, the things that you need in place so that by the end of the year, you have got a well-oiled machine that you can then just put on repeat. Okay. And we do have a guarantee. So remember I told you, a guarantee. Well, I can't jump inside your body and do your business for you. What I can guarantee is that if you show up to the calls, if you implement what it is that I'm teaching, and if you don't double the investment that you make, you can go through the program again for free. That way, there is accountability on both parts. I'm going to show up 150% for you. I'm going to teach you exactly what it is that I do. By the way, I don't teach anything that I don't do myself. I do it right along. I do not teach anything that does not work. I only teach things that I do myself. Okay. So Activate Abundance Academy Core is a group program. All of the calls are group, and it's $500 a month. In 2026, we are raising it to $997 a month. So if you are wondering if now is the right time, yes, now is the right time to get the support that you need. You are going to lock in the rate at $500 a month, even when it raises in January. Okay. So Activate Abundance Academy, again, is something that I've been teaching since 2018 to help heart-centered leaders and entrepreneurs build and grow their business. Okay. Now we have a second track for those of you that are like, I love group, I love being part of a community, but I really do so much better when I have one-on-one support. Great. We have a hybrid for you. We've got an option where you can have one-on-one support every single month. You will have quarterly strategy sessions with me. You will also have monthly sessions with any of our coaches. If you need a private tech call, you get a private tech call. If you need a private copy call, you get a private copy call. If you need a private momentum call because you're just spinning and not sure, great, you get that. You also get access to Voxer so that you can have anytime support in between sessions. So that means that if you are struggling with something, you don't have to wait until the following week. You can just Voxer our group and say, hey, Chris, this is what I'm thinking. And if it is something techie, then our tech coach will respond. If it's something around marketing and strategy, I've got you. If it's something about productivity, our productivity coach, Carrie, has got you. So the other thing that we've added into both of these levels, in addition to group and private support, is co-working calls so that you've got specific time to work on your business and productivity calls. Okay. We also encourage everybody to connect and collaborate with each other because we know that being a solo entrepreneur is lonely, right? And so we also have monthly calls where you can collaborate with each other and leverage other people's audiences. So you are getting in front of your ideal client in a much easier way than only doing it on your own. And so we bring everybody together. We have smaller breakout rooms. So you can say, okay, this is the coach that I am. This is what I do. This is the client that I serve. I am looking to get in front of more of my ideal client, right? And you can find people that serve your ideal client just in a different way than you do. Okay. So the other opportunity inside of our private option, our hybrid, which is called Amplify, is you also get the private Voxer group, and you get access to any of the extra accelerator calls that we do throughout the year, such as if we do a grow your audience accelerator, you get access to anything extra that I'm doing for free, which is actually a $13,000 bonus. Okay, so the link is in the chat. I highly recommend that if you have been struggling to build and grow your business, that you have support. If this doesn't feel like the right fit for you, that's totally fine, but find support. And if you want to hop on a call before you decide, I'm happy to hop on a call with you and help you make an empowered choice. Again, my job is not to convince you or persuade you. My job is to reassure you, answer questions, and help you make an empowered decision on whether core or amplify or something else is the best fit for you to build and grow your business. Okay? So I would love to see you. You can absolutely book a call, and that consult call will, again, answer your questions. It will help you discern whether this or something different is a better fit for you. And it is going to absolutely help you set up your business for success. I want you making money by the holidays. I know we're already in November, but we're going to help you again. That first 30 days is going to be critical. So we are going to be doing our cash infusion accelerator. We're also going to be helping you build and grow your audience, because without an audience of people, we don't have anybody to sell to, right? So those are the things that we're going to help you with within your first quarter. Any questions, any ahas, any insights that I can answer for you? No, you guys are good? Great. So we are absolutely going to teach you to have something that is going to allow you to have a system that's implementable, right? So again, you've got the steps. No, actually the $500 price is actually until Saturday. Saturday. We've got some bonuses. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad it was helpful. Yeah, absolutely. So, and you can lock in the $500 rate, right, with just a down payment. Okay, and then you can make monthly payments. We do have pay in full bonus. If you decide that you want to pay in full, the investment is $6K, and that comes with a private 30-day coaching package with me. I will work with you privately for 30 days if you decide that you want to pay in full. to help you create that cash infusion. So that is a limited bonus as well. I'm so glad this is helpful. Great. Yeah. So for those of you that are wondering also, well, I don't know, like, is anybody going to buy right now? It's the holidays. Yes, they are buying right now. As a matter of fact, Q4, which is October, November, December, you can make up your entire year because there are people that are struggling with their health. There are people that are struggling with their wellness. There are over 7.5 billion people on the planet. That's a lot of people. Surely there are 8 to 10 people that you could serve. The person who is struggling when they go home for the holidays, the person who is, struggling around the Christmas cookies, right? Yes, that's right, Lewis. Hmm. Yeah. We know that there are people that are struggling that have problems that they want solved, right? Yeah, there are people that are investing now. Absolutely. So come back tomorrow. I hope you will. We're going to be talking about client attraction. Thank you, Deanna. Client attraction. What does that mean? How do we do it? And what do we do with them once they're in our ecosystem, right? What do we do once they're on our email list, right? It's like, I don't know, they're here, they downloaded my freebie, and now what do I do, right? Well, I'm gonna talk to you about what we do, and we're gonna talk about, again, another power of three, which I call the nurture method, and it's attraction, it's nurturing, it's inviting. We need all three of those in order for our business to be profitable and sustainable and in order to have a steady stream of clients. And that's what I want for you. Okay. All right. I will click on the link, sign up while you can, book the call with me if you want more information. Absolutely. I'm so glad this was helpful. You are so welcome, Christine. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'm going to put my jammies on now and go drink some hot tea.